Appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone. Can you just confirm you're able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I request you to switch it to the slideshow view, sir.
Yeah. Are you able to see it? I think it's it's on the slideshow now.
I could be able to see the presentation, but not on the slideshow mode.
Okay, one second. Is it good?
Yes, perfect, sir.
Okay, just give me a second. Okay, good. Good afternoon, everyone. So thanks for the introduction, Balmali. So we're going to look at what is digital marketing and how it plays a role in customer experience in the current world. Going through the agenda, we will just see what is current customer behavior and what an organization needs to provide a better customer experience, and what is digital marketing, why digital marketing, and what are the different channels that the marketers can use in digital marketing, and what are the few challenges that we may have to look through, and what kind of digital marketing strategy organization has to go through to succeed on this their marketing thing. So let's go check. Okay, so what do we think? Today's customer behavior, right? So today, if we see most of the customers, or including all of us, right, when we want to buy something, we do a research online, and we look at a lot of things with the same kind of, let's say if you want to buy a laptop, you go to Amazon, you go to Flipkart, you go to every other websites that we have, or even go to the Dell or Lenovo or HP, whatever that we want to buy. We go research a lot and see the reviews, and then we go to either store or we buy online based on the price and all of that stuff. And that also includes, once you bought things, what kind of service you're getting from each of this company who's giving this end user product. And we also look at, we provide reviews, and we look at reviews from different customers, end customers who are giving that, and that plays another role in deciding your purchase, right? So that's a complex scenario that we are running through today, so in this scenario, what kind of what is it organization needs to do, right? What is that we have, right? That will give a greater customer experience of the organization's end customers, right? So they should look at their sales and marketing tools and systems, and do a lot of market research of customer behaviors, and identify what kind of behavior is going on for their particular product, and what kind of models we can use to achieve the customers give a better customer experience, right? So this also includes getting the employees connected to the customers, and doing continuous innovation in their organization, and create a better culture and a leadership that gives that provides a greater customer experience, right? Today, if we see what are the different things that's happening in the market, right? For an organization, how do they achieve this, right? They can do online assistant support, or you can do face-to-face communications, you can do social media marketing, right? So and you can do the self-service through web sites, and these are the different things that they can look at to improve their own customers experience, right? That's that's what they're supposed to look at, and to give their customers greater experience. So moving forward, so what is digital marketing, right? Why do we need digital marketing for give a greater customer experience, right? So what do we have between traditional marketing and digital marketing? It's just nothing, right? We are pulling on all our traditional marketing things to the digital area, right? So there is so much of amount spent in marketing in all the organizations, and how what is that we have here in, right? um, it gives the opportunity. Where does it lie, right? 17% of the organization, right? They do no planning between the teams, and you have to do go look at majority of where does it stay today. So whatever the marketing we have been doing traditionally in either in papers or advertisements in airports, or books, whatever it is, right? That's whole thing is switching to digital now. So I mean, the percentage, I mean, it's since if we go back, if we go look at today, what is that, what kind of information we have, right? Why do we I mean, why do we really, why do you think digital marketing is playing a major role today over the traditional marketing, right? So earlier, right, in 17th century, or maybe even probably 19th century also, right? The information that is exposed to a person, right, is one New York Times newspaper, okay? But and when today, if it look at this, right, it's we have equivalent to 174 newspapers data. I mean, look at this, like this is not just one day, right? Look at this. So their data is the one New York Times newspaper data was that in their lifetime they were getting that information to them. But today, in a single day, a person is exposed to a data worth of 174 newspapers, right? So that's the kind of information that is flowing between people, right? So this is the data that is giving us enough input about the customer's behavior, and how to reach out to customers based on this information, right? That's a kind of that's what is giving us the attention to move forward in using digital marketing. If we see, okay, so that, I mean, I think most of us now have a smartphone, and how much, what is the increase in this most, if you see the pattern from 2015 and how it is going to be in 2023. This is just this graph shows the data of India, just for this graph only, right? It is growing to 500 million consumers of device usage, mobile device usage in 2023, right? If you take worldwide, 3.5 billion consumers, right? It also, if we see the internet usage growth, 2014 it was about 3 billion. Now it is about 4.5 billion consumers are using. It's growing day by day. The internet usage is growing, right? So I mean, if we just take this data that is given here is just a glimpse of what is happening, right? So an average US adult is spending 2 hours 55 minutes, almost three hours in a day on their mobile device. This is a lot of time that's being spent, and what is that we are going to make out of this, right? This is a compelling reason why we should be using digital platform as the marketing platform for the organization, right? So if we just take a simple difference between traditional and digital marketing, right? In traditional marketing, it's mostly interrupts in the marketing flow or campaign. that is being offered, right? You will not be able to continuously offer your marketing data to a person. Let's say there you have given an ad in a paper or a book in a magazine, right? That the person, the look at the magazine is very minimal compared to a digital marketing platform today, right? Even everybody, the people started reading their newspapers also in digital platform, mobile devices, right? So this is the major difference that we are going to utilize. I think most of the customers are utilizing, most of the organizations are utilizing today for their marketing uh, uh, marketing. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, what are the different channels that a digital marketer can use today, right? So if we see, I think this is a standard way a marketer have to think to attract a customer, to give a great customer experience. Our brain is always divided into left and right. Right is more colorful, left is more logical, and all of this stuff, right? So what does a marketer have to do using this, right? I mean, the marketer, when they are creating a content, they have to make sure they uh, create their content is performance oriented, and they have spent a lot of analytics and collected the data and properly segment the customers to identify these are the customers who can probably buy our product, or who can influence our product. No, that's the kind of data they should have to attract the content should attract the customers. And similarly, the content should visually attract the customers, and it can go to social media or email, whatever it could be, right? So that's the kind of content a marketer should be working on when they're really going to the digital marketing. And let's see, what is the content marketing? What are the different how it is being used by the digital marketers today, right? So there is four different things that this can do for you. It can create a brand awareness to the customers, right? What is what do you do for brand awareness? Is attract the right to, unless we attract the right audience first, then it's not going to be the right I mean, that's where we are going to get other content that we can pull in, right? What kind of content that you can do for creating awareness? It could be articles, blog posts, assessments, whatnot, right? So through, I mean, it's just about creating what exactly your organization is doing and what is, how is it going to be benefiting the end customers, is what you're creating the awareness, and that creates the brand value. And that awareness, when once it is created, it's going to create an interest inside the audience, right? That actually, so far, they were looking at it, but the next step is to make them into your prospect customers. How do you do that? I mean, it could be your training videos, or solution videos, or virtual events, whatever that kind of content that you deliver on your then that creates more interest for a customer. I think, based on, if we have seen the behavior from our own experience in the internet, we would look at when we search for something, whatever that is coming very attractive is what we look at first, and then we go to look at your content, and the content is very useful for what you are looking, then that creates an interest for you, and you go forward and click and see what is there, and that's a kind of creation that's being done. So, and once you create an interest with the customers, then you make them consider your brand as a preferred brand for them to make the purchase, right? So this is again, this content, you give them what kind of product is this, and how do you evaluate, and you can give product webinars or case studies, different data that is probably you can provide to the end customer, which will again give them make them prefer as your brand. I mean, when we talk about laptop, we talk about Dell, HP, Lenovo. Like it's that brand, right? That's the kind of you prefer, probably based on your usage in the past. You prefer something, and but then then the marketer has to decide how this preference can be changed based on the behaviors that they have collected from the data that they have collected, right? So that is what making a customer to decide whether I'm going to buy this, and right. So that's the kind of flow you would be using in a content marketing. When you do this end of it, you would know what's your return on investment, all of that stuff, right? You can yeah, so that's the kind of content a digital marketer would be using for creating the awareness, interest, and preference, and the final decision. Okay, what next? So if you see the next widely used uh, marketing channel today is search engine optimization. What is a search engine optimization? See, basically, every organization, they have their own websites, or they have to. I mean, they have their own products, and so they create their own websites. And how do they make sure that this particular website is being looked on when somebody is, let's say, we are going to buy a household item, right? A furniture, probably, right? So this is a company which is selling furnitures, and so the moment somebody look for a furniture, let's say a office desk, right? So this content they have in a website, it should be in a such a way that it's proper, right? It has a high quality content, and it is original. It's not copied from any other sites. So that the content plays a major role again here for the engine to optimize, right? So I mean, today I think Google plays a major role because most of us use Google for searching anything, and then probably Yahoo and Bing are the different search engines that we use, right? This creates a greater visibility, and this visibility, when the content creates this visibility, it creates that traffic, right? That traffic to the website, right? How many people are really moving or trying to click and use these websites, right? That is what making you successful in the digital marketing, right? This particular channel, right? Search engine, SEO, right? It's more, I mean, today it plays a major role, and because 93% of online experiences begin with a search engine, right? Can you believe 93%? And that's the kind of data that's playing a major role at and even if you take a B2B market, 57% of marketers, they use SEO for generating the leads with their customers, right? B2B, they have to, even I mean, it's not B2C only. Every customer, every end user is using search engine as their first option to look for what they are trying to buy, right? That's we can if it differs, right? I mean, the consumers, they view 3 or 5 pieces of content created by a company before talking to a salesman, right? So even if we have to buy a car today, you go review, do the search for the car, and look at the reviews of the car, and go through the features and product specification of the car, and probably after all this research, then you go talk to a salesperson of that particular brand that you have chosen. So that's the kind of role a search engine optimization is playing. And again, the content that you prepare for your websites, or the marketing content that you prepare, plays a major role, and that will create the visibility for the end users, and you get the traffic that you require. And all of this, as a marketer, as with the system, you should be able to measure what is your return on investment, all of that stuff by creating the using a proper tool or using creating the right content, all of that stuff, right? So the next one, a major role today it plays is social media marketing, right? Social media marketing. We know there are a lot of social medias now. I think most of us would be very active in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even LinkedIn and whatnot, right? So there different. There are too many social medias now that people are very actively using. Um, so, if you see even Google's relationship with Facebook and Twitter, that's the kind of value the social media is bringing in every organization. That it brings a lot of data to a marketer about what a particular end user is interested in, or probably he's looking for. That kind of information is being done using this data. What a marketer can do, you can approach this using passive or active. What is passive and active, right? Let's say you have this complete data, right? You have a complete data, and you have an end product, and this end product is you have a targeted audience, right? And based on the targeted audience, you choose the audience and just send a massive uh, uh, content, right? Marketing content to their social media pages. So if you go to when you are browsing your social media, you would see based on your previous activities, you see suddenly a new company's product coming up and showing up. That's the kind of thing that you would see. At the same time, if you have based on your interest that you have shown in your browsing history or whatever it is, that particular product related information also comes, right? That's passive. And active is more of pushing your own content to the to the end users. So that's the difference that you do. This continuing with social media, right? The marketers can use digital advertising as one of their channels, right? It's not constrained to social media, but social media advertising is also part of the digital advertising. But you can go to lot of channels that you have. It includes your web pages and even google.com search pages also. That's also called digital advertising. Looking at the traditional way of marketing versus this, digital advertising is inexpensive. It's actually almost 3 to 4 times cheaper than your advertising, right? If you spend, let's say, $10 in Facebook, and that is going to reach out to almost 1,000 people, then you spend same thing in either putting it in a paper or sending some pamphlets to the end customers. The paper direct mails that I'm talking about. So that's even for, if you take an YouTube, right? YouTube is one of the major channel where there's a lot of advertisement coming, right? So if you even spend 10 cents per view, right, that's going to create a major revenue for you. So that's the kind of that's where you see digital advertising is very inexpensive. And what is targeted, right? So with this digital channels, right, with the kind of data that you have, you are not going to say, like, let's say you are a car manufacturer, or maybe a laptop manufacturer. You're not going to send it depends, right? Household items, right? What is that? Who's really interested in buying these items? And that is the kind of people I'm going to show my marketing content. I'm not going to go tell everybody in the world that I'm doing this, because that's the kind of, when we do a traditional marketing, that's what we are doing. And that's again, right, that clears your return of investment is again high there when you do a targeted marketing. And with this digital marketing, what is that you are doing, like how much budget you are spending, is clearly visible and trackable, and if needed you can scale them to any level today. But once in a traditional marketing, once printed, that's all, that's what you can't scale. You, if you have to scale, you have to do all together everything again, right? That's the kind of benefit we are going to get using digital advertising, and that's what okay. So moving on to the next one, right? Today, there is another way of marketing your own products. It's called paid search, but you would ask some advertisers to take it up, and you pay a fee each time somebody clicks on their ad, right? This is, again, it needs a lot of analysis. You need to analysis of what is happening, what is that keyword people are really looking for, kind of based on that you create your own advertisement. And then you when you click and when you prepare your content, you would usually have a landing page. Like when you click on it, it goes to a page, right? So that, and then you create your own accounts, and you create, the steps are given here, right? You track your installation, and then you do the campaign based on the data, again, comes from these clicks. You create your campaigns, and then do monitor and assess what kind of benefits the campaign has given, and then take the feedback and use the same for, it's a cycle again, right? This is another way of way that is being followed by many organizations to do their marketing on digital platform. So this is email is being there for a while, and we have I think maybe for these days, all of us are getting, we call it as a spam or junk. But that's a kind of major marketing channel, almost been there for a while now. And even so we started ignoring this email sometimes, all of that sort, right? So this is one of the major channel that's being used. Okay. um, uh, so the the calculation, right, within that 5 days, right, whatever is being clicked is what is generating your revenue. Anything beyond that, you probably lost them, right? So if it is several weeks, I think you probably, your campaign is over, but only 20% of what the clicks that is being done within the day 5 is what creating your major revenue, right? See, this today, every it's not only email marketing, but all the channels through digital, right? Whatever you're delivering, there is a way you the every tool that is there in the market has a way to collect the data, just viewing, clicking, and going to the landing page. Every action that a user is doing is being tracked, and that is the powerful data that's being used in your communication. And we will look at maybe there are, how do you these email marketing, or all these digital channels, this marketers use this term called segmentation, right? They segment these end users based on the behavior. For example, let's say HP is creating, they come up with a new laptop model which is targeted for students. Their operating and their configuration is mainly going to be very beneficial for students. So their complete marketing content would be based on that, and their targeted audience is going to be just the students, right? That's the kind of data manipulation, and using different models is being that's being segmented, and they're going to target these customers using these different channels, right? So some of the challenges, let's see, just few. List few, right? If you take let's say a person who's going to buy a car, or a car insurance, let's take car insurance, right? So what is
So audience, please wait. Mr. Karthikeyan is facing some technical issues. He'll be back in another few minutes.